We come to you this morning with praise on our lips. We come to you this morning asking for forgiveness of all sins committed, known and unknown, so that we are worthy to come into your presence, as you cannot have anything unclean in your presence. And so we ask for you to wash us so that we are made clean, so that we can approach your mercy seat. And Father, as we approach and as we sit at your feet, we wait with anticipation to learn what you will teach us this morning. And so, Lord, we praise you because you are God. We praise you because you love us. And we thank you for that love. And we thank you for the knowledge that you have been bestowing upon us so that we can grow. And so, Father, as we, like plants, come to you to be watered, we ask, Father, that you just pour out on us again. In your precious Son's name, we give you praise. Amen.
Okay, so we are Matthew chapter 20, and we're going to start verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshipping and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand, and the other on the left, in thy kingdom. But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They say unto him, We are able. And he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. And when the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the two brethren.
All right, stop right there, sir. Let's deal with this part first.
Okay. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children. The mother of Zebedee's children.
These are two this is James and John, two of the disciples.
Okay. So she came with James and John.
Mm-hmm. I think these were the 3 and 4. These were the next, the second batch of disciples that Jesus called. These were the rich ones who left their father's boat.
Okay. So worshiping him. And desiring a certain thing of him.
She was asking a wish. Because John was the disciple that Jesus loved. And James was his brother. That we know. And here she comes. So, verse 20, they came and worshipped him. So she gave him honor. And of course, James and John. But desiring a certain thing, a certain thing. She wanted something specific. And she brought her sons with her. So she was making a request, a particular request.
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering, was it John and James that asked her to do it, or she do it of herself?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We just know that she went with them. She brought them to him.
Mm.
Which means, for one thing, for her to bring them, she was in Jerusalem with them. Which means she's probably one of those. She was probably one of those mothers who were always following Jesus. Because further on in the scripture, we do see that she was one of those who was following him all the time. And after his death, she was with Mary Magdalene, who actually took care of his body, and she was at the crucifixion as well. So she was there all the time. She was a regular follower of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And she came with her sons. She didn't come alone. She brought her sons. And after she worshipped him, she asked him for a particular thing. She made a request. That's the best way to put it. But you notice that she didn't make the request before she worshipped him.
She worshipped him. She
And
worshipped
then she
him.
made the request.
Well, it says, and desiring a certain thing of him. It doesn't specify if she asked. What is the Greek for desiring here, Lincoln? Did she ask, or did he just know?
She asked.
She asked. Okay.
Yeah.
And
she made a request.
Okay. And he said
So she
unto
made a
her.
request.
Wait, don't fly past 28.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things there we need to examine. The question we must ask ourselves is why?
Well, she made
Why
a request.
why is she making that request? And why is it that it is her who makes the request?
Yeah.
And why is she bringing these two men like children behind her to the headmaster?
And why not the father?
We don't forget the father for a minute. Yeah, a good question. Why not the father? But why her? Why is it all of this is happening? Jesus didn't ask any of this, didn't request anybody to do any of this. Mm-hmm. Why? Why? Let's go back to Genesis. No, this is Genesis 3. No, the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Mm-hmm. The woman said to the serpent, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it or you will die. Mm-hmm. You will not certainly die, the serpent said to the woman. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Further down. 11. And he, God, said, who told you you are naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? The man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it. And the Lord God said to the woman, what is this you have done? The woman said, the serpent deceived me, and I ate. 16. To the woman he said, I will make your pain in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. To Adam he said, because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Okay. You see anything there in all of that?
The woman is the one who.
What is the overreaching, the overreaching that was being the why is it? There's one word for all of this. Ambition.
Okay.
Women have been pushing for equality from the very first. And they haven't stopped yet.
No.
Women want to be
Oh,
equal
they're
to
fighting even more now?
well, they want to be equal to men. Before this, they want to be equal to God. It is never going to end. Here is the mother of Zebedee doing something very similar to what Eve did. She is pushing for the man in her life, her men, to be what? Elevated. Ambition. She wants hers. Forget the rest. She is pushing for her children to reach the stars. Unbridled ambition. But that is the why for her. But what is the why for the men who came with her? Why is it she's bringing the sons of Zebedee? Because let us see what it says in the Greek. Then came to him the mother of the sons of Zebedee with the sons. If if the mother is coming and the sons are coming with her, what does that tell you?
They agree.
That they were in agreement.
Not only that they were to be in agreement, you have to first have discussion.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
And
first have discussion.
and
So
you know
this
that.
was something the family talked about.
And this
Mm-hmm.
is just after he have talked about
The
who
first
the
shall be
first
last.
shall be last and the last
No,
shall be
it's even more than that. It's more than that. Remember in 19, he says that you shall sit upon 12 thrones.
Yes, she got that quick, eh?
And she got that because she was with them. So she would have heard that part.
But more than that,
But she didn't
earlier
just
they
want them
were
on the 12th throne. She want them on the thrones that were
yes.
right beside him.
Well, I come into the significance of that. But listen, before that, the disciples were quarreling about who would be greatest.
Mm-hmm.
This is a continuation of that discussion that Jesus already put to bed. Jesus already addressed this. But the competition is still being pursued by the mother who wants to have her children in positions of influence. And why is that? Because her family was already people of
Influential.
influence.
They're
Remember,
rich.
they are rich. Not only that, they have influence in the Sanhedrin. John's family was well connected.
So John and Peter were still living in the parents' house?
Not Peter, James and John.
James and John.
No, we don't. Well, listen now. The question we must ask is, you've asked a very good question.
Yeah.
Are they still living there?
Yeah.
More
No.
than likely. Because remember, we know that John was a young boy.
John was a teenager.
He was a teenager, so he's living with his parents.
We know they're working with their father.
Yeah. But John is a teenager, so more likely he's still living with his parents.
They're not very old. They're young.
Yeah, they're young.
men.
They're my youngling.
But remember, it didn't say with the two men, it said the two sons.
Okay, so they
are children.
So they are still considered living by
Possibly so.
their parents. This is why the mother still have authority on them.
So
Exactly.
she's.
You remember you said that they had a family discussion. Mark agrees with that.
There you go.
Mark says in chapter 10, verse 35. Let me read 35 to 45. Mark's version. And James and John, the sons of Zebedee, come unto him, saying, Master, what that thou shouldest do for us, whatsoever we shall desire? And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you? And they said unto him, Grant unto us that we may sit one on the right hand, and the other on thy left hand in thy glory. And Jesus said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can you drink of the cup that I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? And they said unto him, We can. And Jesus said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I was baptized with, all shall ye be baptized. But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared. And when the 10 heard it, they began to be much displeased with James and John.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So James and John was in agreement with their mama.
Of course, it was a discussion they had. It was a family thing, and it was not out of character with the family. These people were pushy.
Yeah, they were rich. They had dominance.
They had influence, and they wanted to keep it. No. Where did we see something like that?
The rich man. The
rich dude.
Little rich dude who wanted salvation and no more.
He wanted the riches to continue. These guys, James and John and their parents, they wanted that to continue their influence. Because to sit, remember now, here is the context. Jesus is going to come back. Jesus said it. He's going to set up his kingdom. And he says there'll be 12 thrones, and his will be in the middle. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be 12, and his is somewhere there. So there'll be 13 thrones, his somewhere in the middle, and there will be 6 on one side and 6 on the other.
But they
Okay.
want to be number 2 and 3.
Wait. So let us look at the significance of the positions.
Yes, please.
There is significance to the placing of these two, the right hand and the left hand. There's significance.
That is like total total power almost.
Because Jesus keep on singing, I'm sitting at the right hand of my Father. So there must be a significance to that.
This, to me, it's presumptuous because, as you say, only God determined that.
All right.
Well,
The importance of the right side and the left side.
it has, yeah, go ahead. You found something?
Yeah. The right side is
Well,
ultimate authority. It's the seat, is the most prestigious seat, signifying an equal share of power with the ruler, such as Joseph sitting in second in command to Pharaoh. It's the primary heir of the throne. It's the symbol of power. That's the right side. The secondary, the left side now, is the position of high honor. You're the secondary power, just like the queen sitting on the left side. So you're third in command, basically. You have the king, the heir, or the crown prince, and then the second command on the left side.
Okay. In some jurisprudence, right, that you have different echoes of this. The right side denotes power.
Right? The
And
chair of authority.
And the left side denotes mercy.
Yeah, the queen.
All right. The right side, if the king is giving orders for the army to march or for some edict to be passed, it goes to the right side, prime minister.
Yeah, the strong arm of the
strong arm of the is the right
of authority and might.
Right. As it relates to matters of state and the household of the king, his immediate viceroys, etc., the left.
Mm-hmm. Second in command.
So it's the most powerful being the king, the right being the military might, and administrative being on the left. So they are asking for significant influence over
the ultimate.
Over the other 10.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying we want to be more important and wield power
to be the
other
power.
10.
We want to be
but
the power.
They've forgotten one thing. Jesus has already designated Peter to be over them. You remember that?
Yeah, I know that. But then they look on that. Them don't remember that.
No, they remember it. Don't think for 1 minute that they have remembered that. They are asking for a revisionist approach. They are asking, okay, Peter is head of the church, blah, 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 no problem. But when we get to where we are destined, we want a revision of that approach. And here is the mother coming. Why is the mother coming?
No, but it's even more significant, Jackie, because remember, these sons and Peter were the inner circle.
Yes. And remember, they would have seen The
They were at the
transfiguration.
transfiguration.
Right. So they went home, told Mama and Papa what is
Mm-hmm.
going on and how Jesus is doing this. And Mama and Papa saying, wait,
Wait a
wait
minute.
a
You're
minute.
that important?
You're telling me that the Messiah is telling you that you're going to reign with him? In that case, let us secure our position from now. We are asking for a negotiated settlement as to where power is going to lie. That's what she's doing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She
They
is
want
going
prominent roles, man.
and saying, we want to negotiate with you. We are asking for you to come to an agreement with us. Because if she is the one asking, she's the one who the agreement is going to be with.
Yes, so she.
So,
And
so wait. So if her sons are being led by her and her sons are getting a benefit based on her negotiation,
She's
who
gonna
is
get benefit.
ultimately, wait,
She is the
who is
son.
ultimately who
She'll
is
get power.
ultimately in charge?
the mother.
The mother.
The mother is
Remember,
going to have power.
Jesus has just reminded them that he's going to be killed.
Yeah, he just told them that.
So this boosts then a little bit the dynamic of how,
They're behind that now. They
yeah,
are beyond that. They're saying, okay, we know all of that. Peter is the head of the church and Jesus is going to die, but he is coming back. And when he comes back, he's going to, because he's going to be raised from the dead. They have not heard anything yet about the Olivet discourse. They haven't gotten to that point yet.
Nope.
They are
They haven't.
thinking that when Jesus is raised from the dead, at that point, he's going to establish the kingdom. Up to that point, I can bet you that is what they thought. They didn't hear that there is going to be a time between the resurrection and the return. They haven't heard that yet. They have heard that Jesus is going to be killed and is
Oh,
going to be
yes.
raised from the dead, and his kingdom will be established. And
Of course.
the mother is now saying, when you come back, and you have set up your kingdom, I would like you to put my two sons to one to the left,
In powers of
one to the right.
authority.
Did you notice she didn't say which one is to be where?
She don't care. She just wanted to them.
No. She cares. There's a reason she didn't. Because
Why?
there's a gradation.
You
The
mean by
first
birth?
one,
Birthright?
and the second one.
The,
If
the,
it
the,
is going to be hierarchical, the
it's the
first,
firstborn on the right and the second on the left.
yes. So Jesus knows what she's asking him. He well knows. And she knows what she's asking for. And listen, she's walked. Look at it. Look at it this way.
Just walk to them.
Here are the 12 disciples. And the mother appears out of nowhere, seemingly. Because remember now, look at the context where they were. Let us
They
look
were
at where
going
they
to
were.
Jerusalem. They were on their
They're
way to
on the
Jerusalem.
way. They
So
are
she
walking.
was in the crowd walking with them.
Uh-huh. How did she just appear out of nowhere? She was there.
She has always been there.
So she grabbed her two sons, marched them through the crowd, past the other 10, and goes up to Jesus. And she was not subtle about it either. You
Because she
notice
said
that?
it in front of all of them.
Yes.
She didn't draw Jesus away. No.
She wasn't subtle.
She was
And
barefaced with it because she didn't hide it. She came directly to Jesus in front of everybody.
listen, this is a woman with influence. Do you notice the disciples were upset with the sons, not the mother?
They can't be upset with the mother.
Well, it can be. There's nothing stopping you from being upset with the mother. But it is the mother who is pushing the sons. It is Eve who was pushing Adam. Let's go, let's go. We need to be equal. We need power. It is a constant ambition. Now, we say there's nothing wrong with ambition, right? But ambition, unbridled ambition, is not a good thing.
And if she had ever known what was going to happen to her kids, she would never have asked.
Well, Jesus is hinting at it, isn't he?
He's going to tell them point blank now.
Right? So look, 17 says, as Jesus were going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples apart of the way and told them that he was going to be killed. So they were on their way. This is a
They were
journey.
walking, and he had the 12 around him. And then here came the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Said, come
Immediately
with
after
me,
he says this, listen, 19 says, and he shall be and shall deliver him. Jesus speaking. 19 says, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mock and to scourge and to crucify him. And the third day he shall rise again. Then
the mother come and say, all right, when you raise up now, give with this.
Mm-hmm. Right? And said unto her, and he said unto her, what do you want? Because she's bowing down in front of Christ. She didn't just appear out of nowhere and walked alongside him. No, she came and she worshipped. And when we say worship, we mean we kneel down and we prostrate ourselves, or we kneel down and we supplicate ourselves, or it requires kneeling. So when we see that she worshipped him, people will think, modern dispensation, that she just told him some nice words.
No, she prostrated herself. Because remember, we already established what worshiping means.
She stopped him in the way. He couldn't move. She was kneeling in front of him. In front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
Kneeling.
And that's why the other 10 got angry.
And subjecting herself to his authority. And making her request known.
Mm-hmm.
And look, she didn't just say outright what she wanted. She is saying, for example, Lord, you are the greatest of all. We know you are the Son of God, the Messiah sent to save us. I ask of you a certain thing.
Yeah, making a request.
I am going to ask you for something. She hasn't said what it is yet.
And Mark says, Jesus asked, what do you want? What do you want?
Matthew says, Jesus says, what will you want?
And Mark said the same thing.
And it is then that she makes her will known. Her will, Not my will.
It's not our kids' will, it's her will.
Yes. She said unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right and the other on thy left, in thy kingdom. Can you imagine the other disciples in shock? They just had this discussion. Jesus had to settle it. They were talking about who is the greatest.
And here they come wanting to be still greater.
Yeah. Jesus has
just satisfied that they were going to rule.
Yeah. This is still an issue, is a power struggle. It's still in the church today. We're all Christians, but some are more Christian than others. It's George Orwell over again. We're all equal, but some are more
I'm
equal
more
than.
equal than the other.
We're all Christians, but I am more saved than you. And Jesus had been at pains to tell them there is only one reward.
Still not learn.
And you have to be like children to earn that reward. And none of you are greater than the other. And they are still pushed by their mother. Family discourse to come to Jesus directly now. They're not, this is not subtle anymore. They were discussing among themselves and talking about this and that, and the devil knows what, between themselves. This lady isn't into any of that. She is older than Christ, quite possibly. And she is going directly to the head of the stream. She said, I'm not going to be talking to these guys about anything. I'm going straight to the master. And I'm going to tell him, this is what I want. This is what I
She
want.
had pride. She was presumptuous. She had pride. She had ambition.
She had
Although she
ambition.
yeah, she had
But
ambition.
but what I'm saying, Eve had ambition too.
You just heard that Jesus told you that I'm going to be mocked and crucified and I'm going to die. And then I rise again. And then you come to me after I tell you I'm going to suffer. You come asking to put your sons on my left and my right.
Yeah, because the part she heard was kingdom. Did you get it? The part
Yeah,
she
she don't hear
heard
nothing more.
was establishment of kingdom and that you were going to have 12 thrones.
That's all
If
she
there are
hear.
thrones, if there are thrones, then there are kings.
Of course. And she want them to be the bigger king.
She want them to be the most powerful kings, the subheads.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 21 is saying a lot. We might
I
just we
love
off
Jesus' answer though.
and just pass it over. There's a lot in it. The attitude, the context, we have to get it. Because if we don't get it, we'll miss certain things that happened after that. Okay? Because who did Jesus give authority over his mother?
John.
Okay. So where was John's mother?
She was right there.
So if John is taking
Another mother with his mother.
the two of them are going to be living together.
Mm-hmm. So John have two mothers when Jesus died.
Pretty much. And both of them not very different. Find that out. Let's go. So
One thing we cannot deny is that they believed in Jesus' kingdom.
oh yeah.
We have to tell you, they knew who he was. But now they have established who Jesus was. But now that she has established it, she definitely want prominence.
Yeah. She's bought it totally. She is
She has accepted who he is.
but let me ask a question. Where is Zebedee in all of this?
Working. Somebody had to make the money to keep the lifestyle.
Yeah. The dad is in the background laboring.
He's making the money to keep the lifestyle.
While the mother is out there with her ambition for her son. Zebedee is nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zebedee did not believe. Did you know that? Zebedee did not believe. It is only after
He was
that he
a
did.
Pharisee?
He was one of the scribes. He was aligned to the temple.
So he was more in with the temple living.
Yeah, he was more with the scribes. His connection was to the scribes. He was even related to Caiaphas, I
Yeah,
believe.
I heard that too. I've heard that either him or his wife.
Yeah. So he had familial ties to power, to the Sanhedrin. So he was not into this thing. But his wife was, and his sons. It's okay. You do you, boo. I'm staying home. I got work to do. I'm not
I got
involved
money
in
to
it.
make.
All right. So here it is. We have an interesting family dynamic. And we must pass it over quite often and not see the ambition that is portrayed here. Not only from the sons, but from the mother. Not just the sons, that family dynamic. Anyway, let's go on. We spend a lot of time on that little area. And she said unto him, that these my two sons, not your disciples, you know. Okay? Get it?
Not your apostles. They're not
Not
disciples
your
anymore. These
apostles.
apostles, your apostles.
They belong to me. Okay? That the one on thy right and the other on thy left in thy kingdom. Thy kingdom come. And when thy kingdom come, I
My sons, they're
want
up there.
my two sons to sit on your side. So who will have the influence at that point?
James and John.
My sons? The mother. They are mine. She didn't say, your two disciples. She is telling him that they are owned by me. They do what I tell them to do. They are mine. You are going to be king, but
And I'm
these two
wondering,
are mine,
I'm
and I
wondering,
want
Jeffrey,
mine. Pardon me?
I'm wondering, since she has been following Jesus, she already knows that Jesus had renamed them. And they were renamed
Well,
the sons of thunder. So
he hasn't renamed them yet in Matthew.
yeah, she renamed them early in Mark. But
Yeah.
so she would have known that too. And her
Mm-hmm.
sons have special, they have been renamed, so they have authority already. Because these are
No,
the
wait,
sons of
look,
thunder.
look. We understand one thing and we understand it wrong. When Jesus called them the sons of thunder, it was the renaming, it was a nickname. It was a nickname because of what they were saying. Let us call down fire. It was a nickname. For example, it's like somebody will say, boy, let's go hike in the mountains, and you call them, okay, hiker. Or somebody said, let's go diving, and say, yeah, what's this famous French Jacques Cousteau? They say, okay, Jacques Cousteau, right? And every time you're saying, you call him Jacques, knows who you're talking to, talking about, and why. You convey quite a few things in just renaming somebody. You haven't called them, you haven't said, okay, your new name is so and so. You're teasing them by saying Jacques Cousteau. And when you say
Actually,
that, the people in the know will remember and know what you're doing. You're reminding them of what they said or did, and you're
actually,
teasing them. And
Mark's the opposite.
go ahead. Let me hear what Mark says.
Mark says something different. Mark 3,
Mm-hmm.
16 to 8, 16 to 19.
Right.
And Simon he surnamed Peter. And
Surnamed.
James, hmm?
He's surnamed.
Yeah, he surnamed
Go ahead.
Peter. And
Right.
James, the son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James, he surnamed them Boanerges, which is the sons of thunder. And Andrew and Philip, and Bartholomew and Matthew, and Thomas, and James the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus the son, and Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, which also betrayed him. And they went into a house. So he renamed the three of them. He gave both of them, all three of them, new surnames.
What is a surname? Let me look at that.
Yeah, what does a surname mean in that
Okay.
time?
Okay. What was what chapter was that now?
Chapter 3 of Mark,
Okay, wait a minute. I'm going back to the Hebrew.
16 and 17.
1 second. Mark. Chapter what?
3.
Chapter 3.
Yeah.
16.
16 and 17. So check it
Right.
out. And let's see
And
what
he
is what.
appointed, reading from the Greek,
Mm-hmm.
translated, and he appointed the 12, and he added the name to Simon Peter.
Mm-hmm.
And James, the son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James.
So he added a name.
And he added to them the name Boanerges. So let me look at, he didn't say give him a surname, he added.
He added a name.
So the
Because they
word
didn't really have surnames in those days. They were just
exactly.
John, son of somebody.
All right, so let me read the word. The word used there is epithin ami, which is meaning to put on, to give in addition.
Mm.
It's a nickname. They call me Jackie.
So Peter was Simon's nickname.
Yes. They call him Simon Peter.
But Simon was his current name, and Jesus gave him the nickname
Peter.
Until he actually changed it fully and got rid of Simon.
Right? Even in Acts they call him Simon Peter. You don't hear them calling James and John James Boanerges or what have you. You don't hear them they refer to that in the Bible. They still call him James and John.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jesus' name for them. So when we hear people talking about this, it is to lay upon them
A description.
In a friendly, it says it means to impose in a friendly sense.
So he gave those
a
three
term of
nicknames.
endearment. Yes, it is a term of endearment. I will call you Jacques.
Maybe it's even to this. Separate them from the other James and the other James.
Maybe, but I'm saying that this is Jesus' name for them.
Mm-hmm.
You hear any other the disciples calling them that?
No, we not see nothing more after that.
They call
Only
Peter Peter. Right. So I'm saying Jesus didn't rename them. He added to them by calling them a particular name that he
gave them
used to personify their attitude
and their personality. Maybe because they were the youngest and they had more vibrancy.
But this is not the only. Remember, we keep looking at Jesus like he's a rock, and he hasn't got any emotion, and he doesn't have any sort of love for these. He loves these guys, and
yep, he did.
He has a relationship with them. And if we're going to say he has a relationship, he has jokes with them. He will laugh with them. He will have fun with them. He will eat and drink and sleep. He will have a in-depth biological human relation with these guys. And as
There is
such,
family.
there is family. So when you think about it, when he's saying, oh, ye of little faith, we think of it as a reproach. It is not. It is Jesus teasing them and saying what they are, but in fun. He's not reproaching them. He knows their faith needs to grow. He just plucked these guys off the seaside. And you expect them to start having faith like boof? No, their faith had to grow. And that is why he says, oh, you have little faith. And he's telling them, you need to grow your faith, blah, blah, blah. But he's not reproaching them. In the same way, when he renames Peter, it's his nickname. You are Peter. This is what type of person you are. This is how I see you. You get me? If I am teaching somebody, let's go deep sea diving. I don't want to go deep sea diving. So I say, yes, Jacques Christo. We go deep. Okay? And I say, as of today, your name is Jacques Christo. And everybody in the company knows what I have just done.
Describe the personality by giving him that name.
Yes. And I'm teasing him. And I know when I call him, I might call him John. I said, John. And I said, hey, Jacques. Jacques.
You know what you mean by that,
he knows what I'm teasing about, and he answers because I mean nothing ill by it.
Oh, we call it affectionate names.
Exactly.
These are the affectionate names that known to the family.
Precisely. This is what Jesus called them from.
And you're a close family.
You're close. So, you know, we will stop looking at the Bible and take it out of context. We will look at the context of framework.
The truth is, if they were to be in a road and that they would be called by that name, they know exactly who's calling them.
Yeah. Okay. Their family member calling me.
Okay, let us prove it. You remember when Jesus, when Mary didn't know who Jesus was when she met him?
Magdalene?
After he was resurrected. Didn't know who he was.
Mary Magdalene.
Saw him and didn't know who he was. And when he spoke, she said, Rabboni. That's her name for him. Listen, we keep looking at the Bible and not seeing the relationships that were forged over 3 years of walking with this man. Living, walking, talking, suffering, having fun, you know, seeing miracles being worked. There are deep rooted relationships. Connections were forged. Jesus loved these guys. Loved them.
This is why
wept over them.
He's gonna take them to his kingdom.
These are his brothers who never reject. When his family rejected him, these are the guys who are closer to him than their brother. We sing the song, Closer Than a Brother. Yeah, that's what these guys were singing to Jesus. He's closer to me than my brother.
Yeah, because sometimes your brother is not close.
Sometimes Jesus said your worst enemy is your brother.
Yes. So
he must prove it. He must tell you. And brother, Uncle Kalik him and sell him.
So there you go. So the point is, there are deep relationships here at play. And we read the Bible and we don't seem to get it. That the names mean something to Christ. He would not have given it to them if it meant nothing to him. It wasn't just something that he gave them and yes, this is your designation. No. And if you look at their attitude, even in this with their mother, it's an aggressive, pushy.
Yeah. Which fits their personality. Yeah.
That is their personality to the T.
Type A.
And they walk through the 10 and come straight to the point. When Jesus
They had
was being questioned by Caiaphas and John and Peter went. Peter stayed outside because Peter didn't have the
John went
connection
in.
John did, but John went in
John went in.
because he had the connections and he was afraid to go into the people who he knew and had familial ties with. So there are these attitudes that these guys have that are manifest in the names that Jesus gave them. So come on, let's look at the Bible as a living, breathing thing and put it in the contextual framework that we know must be there. So we're running out of time, so let us wrap up. Is there anything else we can go on to the other verse?
If we start the other verse, we're not leave. Because the other verse is Jesus' answer. And that have a whole lot.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap up.
All right. Which one are you closing?
Father, thank you. Thank you for your teaching. Thank you for reminding us that we are a family, that we are your children, and that we have to all be brothers and sisters. So we ask that you keep us grounded, humble, and little children, so that we can be worthy to be as close as possible to you. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for salvation, because yes, you have given the Gentile a chance. You have given a chance to everyone, and you have always been a righteous God. So we thank you for that. Pray in your Son's precious name, Jesus. Amen.